What's up guys, this is Aztec LP here with the first episode of my Minecraft FTB, which is Feed the Beast for those of you who haven't played it before, LP. And now I've been debating on making this LP for quite some time. And I thought, well, I'll keep putting it off and I'll keep putting it off until, you know, I've got a good mic and I'm not recording on my webcam mic like I am right now. But basically, it came about that I'm quite poor and I'm not going to be able to afford a decent mic anytime soon because all the money, little money that I have goes into parties, so whoops. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys the progress I've made while putting it off, because I could start a new world, but I really, I feel like I'd become unmotivated if I made a new world. So without further ado, or whatever the phrase is, this is my rather humble home. It's not very humble at all. I just want to show you guys these. These are lion statues I made out of the microblocks. If you don't know what FTB is, it's a mod pack that basically it throws loads of mods in, loads of cool things. I'll show you them throughout the Let's Play. But yeah, this is my house, mostly made out of bricks of various kind. And there's a big A for the Aztec LP. Open my doors. This is my front room here. I'm eventually... crap, it's blasted the ground out there. Oh well. This is my little area. Eventually I'm going to hang like a pick and a shovel. Ooh, that looks scary. It's like a hand reaching out my wall to grab me. I like it. So yeah, obviously birch was a bit of a theme in these rooms. I've got my little plants and my chairs made out of microblocks there. Upstairs looks great. I'll show you guys that. Oh, just joking. I haven't finished upstairs yet. I'm not great for finishing projects. But obviously I will, and if you guys follow me, you'll see that I finish that eventually. Might be episode like 150, but it'll get finished eventually. Here's my side room. Little desk here where I can watch my adult movies when I draw the blinds, which I haven't built. Little water cooler here for a glass of water whenever I'm feeling quite parched. Some armour on the walls. It's supposed to be like coat pegs or whatever. And then the rest of the house isn't particularly done yet. I've just put in the carpet for this room, and that looks quite nice. Through here, I'm debating on having like an indoor pool area, I guess, maybe. That would look quite nice, maybe opening this back wall up, having that out to like a patio outside. This is going to be my dining room, and right here, this is another room I've done a bit of work on, still work in progress at the minute, is my kitchen. I like the way the light comes in through there. Got my fridge, which is like aluminium blocks, and by the way guys, the texture pack will be in the description, and then microblocks to make all the details and stuff. And oh, there's some there's a little bit of bookshelf missing there, but I'll fix that up after I finish recording. Now you may be thinking, that's all well and good, you've got the plans for a nice looking house there, but where do you keep all your machines? Well, there's a reason I keep pacing up and down over this pressure plate. If we pop it open and come down here, we go to my wine cellar. Now I'm debating building some big barrels here, but I'd have to knock them out in creative because I'm not quite sure how to make something look like a wine keg, to be honest. My FPS has just dropped quite dramatically from entering my underground base. I'm on like 15, which is brilliant. So you open these super secret piston doors and you walk through this little walkway here, and you get to my storage room. Now I quite like how this turned out. It may be the original archaic storage room with no routers and pipes and filtering, sorting, auto mining, auto smelting systems, but I still quite like it. And I've got way too many resources. Look here, I've got 57 stacks of iron in there, more iron in there. I did have loads of gold. I've still got quite a bit, but that was filled with about 120 stacks. And then I've got all my various resources, but all that gold got turned into my little personal diamond stash. And if you don't know, you can use that. You can turn 4 gold ingots into a diamond using the minium stone. Now that feels a little bit cheaty to me, just a little bit. I'm hoping it'll get patched or something, but until it does, I'm going to use it, because basically the real thing with FTB is the high-end ores. Like I've got here my iridium ore, which I haven't done anything with yet. I've got 4 of those just from mining. I haven't done any of the advanced platinum smelting into iridium or anything weird like that yet. But I figured diamonds aren't the highest end stuff, so if I have a lot of them, so what? I don't even use picks anymore. I've got like this power suit. Speaking of picks, I was trying to get myself a silk touch, and yeah, didn't go brilliantly for me. But speaking of power suits, I've got this great little power suit. It's power tool. It's got efficiency 5 and fortune 3, so it basically means I don't need to use a pick ever. It's fully upgraded with all the various blasters and stuff. Like I can blast a nice little hole in the bottom there, and probably going to have to patch that up now, because otherwise I'll... Oh, God. Otherwise I'll forget... No, stop! Stop shooting everywhere. Yeah, let's patch that up. There we go. And basically this has got a jetpack attached that allows me to fly around. It's got a portable crafting table, and it's got this thing which is like an ender pearl shooter, and you don't need to use normal ender pearls, which is cool because I like to transmute them into iron using the broken ass minion stone. So if we go here into the machine room, we have my machine array. We've got this little thing, charger pad. It charges up my machine, not my machine, sorry, my power suit. So I'll just wait till that's fully charged for a second. If you look in the top left hand corner you can see that. Right here I've got my blast furnace where I make my steel. Got my industrial blast furnace here. Coke oven there, smelting away. I've got some electric furnaces, some of them are overclocked, some of them aren't. I've got my 12 rotary macerators, and I've got my, what's it called, compressor, electrolyzer, industrial centrifuge there, and this thing is an extractor I think. And then I've got various thermal expansion machines that require motors. If you flick that on, the light goes on signifying that the motor's on and you're burning power, so I don't leave them on. It's a rock crusher. If you come over to here, we have a wall of project tables, just because eventually I want to have recipes for everything, like electronic circuits and all that, but at the minute I've just got a TNT recipe in this one. And basically if you haven't seen these before, you can just drop sand and gunpowder in there and make it into a recipe. Down here I have some failed experimentation with, what are they called? Moisteners or something? Yeah. Yeah, a moistener that's made. Not a lot of stuff, but I'll figure out how that works eventually. I haven't got much round to using much of that stuff yet. Close, damn you. There we go. If you look here, this is the heart of the beast, the engine room. And you can see that this is getting power from the sun there, getting electricity power from the sun and some thermopiles, which powers this MFSU that's running low. Why is that running so low? Something's really draining my energy. But I'm really not sure what. I'll have to have a look at that after the episode's done. Good lord. That's really quite concerning. But yeah, if you want to have a look down here. Now this might not be the cleanest setup you guys have ever seen. One thing you'll learn about me if you watch me is I like to do some ghetto rigs. Like, I don't like to look up recipes and stuff. I like to just have a play around, and maybe I'll waste some materials, but I find it more fun that way, and you guys will probably have fun watching me derp around. This basically, it's a redstone clock. I know this is, I found this set up on YouTube actually, to be truthful, for my water mills. This thing, basically you fill it up with buckets and it sucks the water out, pipes it through all this pneumatic tubing under here into all my water mills, and that keeps that thing supplied. Normally that's full all the time, so I need to find out what's draining so much power so quickly, because that is going to get annoying. It might be that armor charger stand, I'm not sure. Basically this links up here to the rest of my base. This goes over here to like my furnaces and stuff. I've got all my transformers there. Probably don't need that high voltage transformer there, to be honest. But yeah, this comes all the way under here for all my engines and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we'll get out of there now. Oh, right. I can just fly out the top because of my jetpack. There we go. And what else I've got to show you guys? Well, I've just finished the tour of this base. I've got through here, we've got the halls. I tried to make this in the same style as the storage room, using the same stuff. Through here we have the Thaumcraft room, which I think is quite nice. We've got our little infernal furnaces, or whatever they're called, and these hungry chests which actually eat blocks that you throw into them, which I think is really cool. And I've just realised I've left my sound off for this whole recording, so that's not brilliant, is it? Let's turn that up to about 25. There we go. Is it even making noise? I can't even tell. You guys will be able to tell me if it's making noise. I've got my little tallow golem over here who fills my crucible up. I've finished most of the Thaumcraft researching, but I haven't done much with it. But I just thought it was quite a nice room, and if you look at it in the mini-map, it looks really cool. And I'm glitched into a wall for some reason. Yeah, if you look on it, like the way I just pointed at the screen, but that didn't really work. It's like, it looks like some kind of satanic rune. I really like that. And if you look across, you see the room I'm about to show you, which is across the room. There we go, there's the sounds. The farm room, which basically is, again, work in progress. I have a lot of levels to fill out. This is the only level I've actually done anything on so far. But basically down there, and you can see all the ores I've piled up down there, just to make the floor look nice. But yeah, this is basically going to be my mob farm level. And my villager. I've got all these villagers imprisoned. One of every type of villager, including the ones added by the mods. And then I've got this. I'll show you how each of these work individually. This is a automatic cow spawner. And this drops cows, they die from the fall, and then these guys just pick them up and pop their meat in a chest, which is then auto cooked underground into all this steak. So I've got a lot of steak going there, and the leather. I've just cleared out the leather supplies. The leather also gets piled into there. This is the auto pigman spawner. These are all using soul shards. They're all tier 5 soul shards. So these guys die, and their gold is auto crafted into bars, and their pig flesh, zombie flesh, whatever it's called, is put in scrap boxes, which I then pile up over there. This one right here is the creeper spawner, which keeps me supplied with unholy amounts of gunpowder. So all that's piled up there into these chests, which I again cleared out, so that's not the greatest kind of show. But all these guys use the golems to pile up their stuff. But this one, I was trying something new with this one. This uses transposers. I quite like this one. This is my what's it called? Magma cream farm. Basically, that thing in the middle there is a what they call Tesla coil or something like that. If I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, it just shocks them and kills them, and then the stuff's piped through these what they called transposers. Just said it, but I've got again into this chest full of magma cream. So I'll turn that one off again. They'll die eventually. But yeah, I plan to add like probably crop farms on the next level, then tree farms, and I'm not sure for the final 2 levels. You know those slimes fapping around behind me. That makes me slightly uncomfortable. Right, we'll come through here. Next, I guess I'll take you down to the XP farms. So if we come down this corridor, all the way down here, I'm trying to keep this in the same style as the hallway. But yeah, this again, as you can see, is completely finished. No, I'm joking. It's work in progress. So we follow this red line, which is basically the wiring. There is an official entrance, but that way is much quicker to glitch through the slabs. Yeah, the official entrance is some maze of cobblestone down there. But basically, this is my zombie spawner. This is made from... I don't want to break up in this wall, because every time I do... no, I'm not going to break open that wall, because I just knocked circuitry out and stuff. But there's 3 normal spawners and 1 tier 5 soul shard spawner in a cave there. And they get piped up through there, drop down there like a normal XP farm, and then I can just come and kill all those guys with one. Oh, good lord. What's happened? Wow! I meant to say one well-aimed blast of my big bionic arm, not teleport myself through the walls. And my dog's going mental downstairs. I hope you can't hear that in the recording. So if I seem slightly distracted, that's because they're barking like motherfuckers. I mean mother truckers. No, I'm not gonna be family friendly. I can't be bothered with that. Well, I'm not going to be swearing for the sake of it, but I have a potty mouth. You guys are going to have to deal with that. But yeah, this is where I keep all the supplies and stuff. There's a little enchanting room down there. Now let's switch to ender pearls again, and I'll show you my actual ender pearl farm, which still looks disgusting. Basically, there's a tier 5 enderman spawner in the middle there. I don't want to get too close, so I don't want to pick up any of those pearls. But they all get piled into this chest here. Yeah, by that guy. And they just spawn and get suffocated by quicksand. And through here we have the wither skelly spawner, which basically you turn it on and there's a tier 5 wither shard up there somewhere that gets piped down to this, through there, and they die and we get their bones and their coal, most of which I've actually used. Oh, actually I'm going to take some of this coal. There we go. I wanted that coal because you can never have too much coal back at the storage room. And again there's another little storage room here. Not storage room, enchanting room, sorry. But I quite like how this turned out. These weren't intentionally A's, but it looks quite cool, like the A for Aztec. But I really like the way this has turned out, really. I don't normally use netherrack and soul sand in my building, but I really like the way that looks. So we'll just head on back. Oh, how do we get there? I think it's like this. Yeah, we just follow this red line. If you go down here, you can see that's the spawn chamber for the zombies. But this right here is back to my base, so we're just going to fly up there. Easy teleportation. Saves so much time getting around. Right here we have the mini nether. Just kind of wanted... I know this is very cliche and it's done a lot, but I just like the way it looks like your nether's spilling out into your base. The nether hub, which basically I started working on yesterday, is it's very, very work in progress. Everything in my base is work in progress, but this is particularly work in progress. Obviously there's no ceiling done yet. But I really like the way all these walls and stuff... What's happened to all the panelling? Oh, I think it's just... Yeah, the panelling on these things is just glitched out and gone invisible because of broken texture packs. But I use Naga stone in the sides, And I don't know, I really like the way this looks. It probably doesn't look the best because all my paneling and stuff is glitched out. That's not supposed to be. Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. I'm a genius. That's supposed to be bricks there. And yeah, there we go. That looks more like it. Right, I've just got a couple more things to show you guys, and then I'm basically this first episode is just going to be a base tour. So I'll reel it off after that. But if we come down here, and we'll just resurface. Oh, that lag in the texture, not texture, the world generation there. You can tell I'm recording. Computer does not like to record. So there we go. We'll fly out of here. And I'll show you guys probably saw one of the buildings during the intro. Oh, it's night time, there's mobs out. Don't actually have a bed at the minute because I destroyed my bedroom because I didn't like the way it looked. So we're going to be fighting lots of mobs. But yeah, you probably saw that building there during the intro, but I thought I'd give you a closer look. The exterior is done, but the interior is sparse. There's like nothing there. But I really like the way you can get all the detailing with these micro blocks. I think it turned out really nice. This is using like pink wood that I got from some of the forestry saplings. And I don't know, I just really like the way the trapdoors look there. Don't know if it looks good, but I like it. But yeah, the inside is quite barren, as you can clearly see. Oh, there's a creeper right out the back door there, isn't there? Come on. Come on, guy. Oh. Maybe is he underneath here? Oh, God! Oh, I had it on crafting mode, not shooty mode. Right. You are going to regret the day you messed with me. Where are you, you little green penis guy? Oh, God! Ah! Got him. I caused as much damage as he would have, but I won because he's dead. Oh, well. Right, let's fly out here. And right there you can see a big-ass windmill. I really like the way that turned out. Like, I really like it. I don't know why I like it so much. It doesn't look like every other windmill. Maybe it does to you guys, but I don't think it does. And I think the batteries have just come out my mouse. Oh, God. Right. That's fixed. So yeah, basically I've just planted loads of flax seeds around it. I just like to have some foliage around it. The inside, shock horror, is not done. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. Oh, you dizzy yet, guys? You dizzy yet? I think I just blow up some ground for banter. Oh, that never gets old. Who needs TNT when you? Oh, that's a nice chunk area you've got there. There we go, fixed it. Fixed it up by blowing it up. Let's get rid of this mud. Oh, lag, 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 lag. Stop lagging, please. Oh, 0 FPS. Right, guys, I'll be right back once this lag. Right, guys, we're back after a rather rude interruption there by the lag. And there's my windmill, yet again. Just marvel in its pristine beauty. Over here we have the bee house. You can tell by all the flowers here that wasn't actually me planting it. That was loads of beehives. I tore them all down because they looked ugly. But I'm planting some. I was crossbreeding trees and stuff as well. So I'm going to get that set up again. I'll let you guys watch that because I didn't get very far because it's much too complex for my little brain. But in here we have basically all the stuff you need for basic beekeeping. I've got 3 centrifuges which run off electric engines, and there's solar panels hidden in the back behind the walls, which obviously do get solar power from the sun, so they're not hidden by stuff. Right here we've got this thing which squeezes the honey drops I put in, into honey, which pipes them into this bee analyzer, so I can analyse my bees, basically. In here I did have a beekeeping verger, but I AFK'd to let my bees breed, and then I came down the ladder, and just as he was getting his face chewed off by a zombie, so that was a traumatic experience for all involved. Right, over here we have a random little house, because it looked like something needed to be here, so I built a cute little house, really. Again, shock horror, nothing inside it. I am going to go through and finish all these interiors one day. One day. Here we have the carrot. Are these carrots or potatoes? Pretty sure they're potatoes. Yeah, they're potatoes. It's a potato farm, and this building here. I quite like the way the roof arches. I don't know. I tried to make all my builds look different in this area. If we come in, you get a nice view of the place. This is obviously a work in progress, but this is going to be a little farming village. Over here we have our tree farm. We have a little lumber yard here, which I actually made using the red power like vertical half slabs, so that the wood looks like it sticks out, and I really like the effect that had. I don't know, it looks doesn't look as flat as a normal one of these would. And in here we have all the processing is covered by obviously these these little facades, I think they're called, but they look glitchy as fuck. I mean, look at them like dancing away there. But yeah, they're basically where all the tree stuff gets cut down and deposited. Now this is a Steve's Carts tree farm. So my tree farming guy here is, I'm assuming he's doing something. Yeah, he is. He's fully fueled with charcoal. Basically this thing makes enough energy to keep him fueled during the night, and the solar panels keep him fueled during the day. Basically he's just going to cut down all this mess of stuff and put it in that box there, which is then going to get piped into there. So that's a pretty nice system. Keeps me going with wood. This thing produces a couple of 64 stacks a day, so more than enough wood to keep me going. Over here we have a Steve's Carts farm. Now this, I made this track when I was a Steve's Carts, more of a noob than I am now actually, because I've only made those two things. But I've realised that I can space this track more spaciously basically, so I've got more room for more wheat, so I'll do that eventually. This guy farms the wheat. He's fertilised from that thing there, and he drops the wheat off there to be processed underground and taken through to this storage area right here. So I clean this out once every couple of days, but I've got 57 stacks of wheat, 22 stacks of bread, and 62 stacks of seeds, so those seeds need clearing pretty soon. Although I might just upgrade these barrels so I don't have to keep coming back here. But yeah, that was made in the same style as the main farm cottage, which is here. I really like the way this turned out. Kind of looks like a big stately cottage without looking too fancy and high-tech. It just kind of looks like a quaint little cottage. Well, quite big cottage really. It's the head farmer and the little bird bath that I made out of micro blocks there. I like micro block detail. You'll notice that eventually. I do have plans. I made it in creative. I'm build a tractor here. It looks really cool in my creative world. If I can recreate it, it does need some like ruby paneling and stuff. So I'll need to be farming some rubies. Inside here we have one bed, and that is literally it. So basically, guys, that's all I've done. It doesn't look like a lot, but a lot of work has gone into, I don't know, learning all the mods and stuff. And I wanted to learn the mods basically before I kind of recorded, and you guys got stressed like, no, you're not doing that right. There's much more efficient ways of doing that. Now I'm not saying that I'm going to be perfect this time round, but I'm hoping I'll be better than I would have been. So if you think you could get into this series, you think, hey, his voice isn't too annoying, I could listen to him ramble on for 20 minutes at a time, then hit the big old subscribe button. And I'm not going to beg it every episode, it's just, obviously this is my first video, and I kind of want some subs, just one or two, please. Leave a comment, you know, saying, don't kill yourself, your Minecraft's quite good, there's no reason to end your pathetic existence. Yeah, so what should we do as some kind of finishing thing? I don't know, I feel like I should end the episode with a bang. Let's blow up a squid. Let's find us a squid and just nuke his ass. There's one. Right, in fact these are surface squid, these will be much more satisfying. Right guys, let's get nice and close to you. Die! Ooh, he didn't die. Die! Okay, well, he's having none of it because the water's nice. I'm just going to punch him. Come here, guy. There we go. Oh, look how fast I swim with this armour on. That's nice. Anyway, I've rambled on for much too long, so ciao!